Hey there, how's it going, guys? This tutorial is going to show you how to take a pattern that you've made in Photopea and also Photoshop and be able to transfer that to another object in another file. So let's say you've created this really cool texture or pattern and you want to reuse it in another file. I'm going to show you how to do that right here. Let's figure out how good this tutorial is going to be. I'm going to roll my D20. This is a polyhedral dodecahedron 20-sided die, and I'm going to see what I get. 20 being the best, 1 being not so good. That's going to determine how good this tutorial is. Let's see. 3. Oh, okay. 3. Should we roll again? No, you can't do that. All right. Well, this one's going to be terrible, but it's not really. You don't trust the die, right? This could be a good tutorial. Now we're going to find out. So what we've got here is my project that I want to add some texture to. So let's get what I have, rid of what I have already, and we're going to add something new. And what we're going to do is go over to this. This is my base file that I'm going to use to create the texture. Now these are hexagons, and I need these to tile both vertically and horizontally. So I'm going to figure out which parts of this needs to be duplicated, which parts need to line up to make perfect hexagons. And I think it's, so there's 2 rows and they stagger 1 time. So I'm going to need 2 rows, and let's see, the tops of those will line up. Yeah. So I'm looking horizontally, making sure if this tiles and repeats itself, will that make a full hexagon? Yes. In fact, they all will. Okay, so this needs to go right there, right in the center, and you'll see when I crop this what happens. Crop. There we go. Let's get rid of that background. And delete that. And I'm going to get rid of that white. We do not want that white on there. So I'm going to grab my magic wand tool and get rid of that white. Great. So now I'll select all. And I'm going to go to edit, transform, no, edit, define new pattern. So pattern added. So that pattern should exist here, right? So let's say I want to use this pattern on here, and there it is. There's my pattern. It's already added it to there. I can come in here, change the scale of it however I want. I can make it really, really small. Let's go really small for the scale. I think that looks kind of cool when you zoom in. Yeah, I kind of wish my mask that I had made with this pattern had that on it. It doesn't. So I'm going to go ahead, and that pattern should exist now within the memory of Photopea. And if I come over here, I can now draw some objects. I'm going to use the polygon tool, or the pen, I should say. And I'm going to draw some shapes that I want to have that texture. And I can draw straight lines. I can draw curvy shapes. Sort of up to you. I want these areas to have this texture. So I'm going around the outside here, and then I'm going to go back to close off my shape. There we go. All right, now I have a cool shape going around the outside, and if I go to blending options, I can do pattern overlay, and there's my pattern. And I can keep it as it is, or I can maybe scale it up or down like that. And there's my pattern. Now, you might run into a problem where you have a pattern you want. So I'm going to hit save. I'm going to save that. And there might be an occasion where you open up your PSD with the pattern and it doesn't show up in Photopea's memory. And that can happen. So I'm going to close everything. I'm going to start a new version of Photopea. And so I'm going to close this. And I'm going to do this. Go to Photopea. And I'm going to open up my mask. No, yes. Well, first I'm going to open up the file I want to edit and add a texture to areas. And we're going to see if that texture that we just created is in there. Now this file doesn't have that texture, so it shouldn't. So let's find that. Easier said than done. Okay, here's my file. I want to see if it has those textures. So let's get rid of the textures off the bat, and then we'll create an area that we want to color, and I'm just going to make that white for now. And let's see, is our pattern in here? No, it's not in here. So I'm going to now open up the mask that I just saved. And that should have our new pattern that we created. Yep, it's in here. There's the pattern, it's on there. Now let's go back to here and let's see if that pattern is now in memory, if you will. It's not. So what we're going to do is go to here, go to blending options, go look at your pattern. And I think if you just click on this pattern, it's not showing, right? There it is, but it's not showing. So if we go to here and we go to define new, it's added this pattern now to the working memory of Photopea. And now it'll be there when we go back. It's a little different than what Photoshop does, but this is browser-based, so this is session-based computing. It's a little different. But now we went define new on that pattern we want to use in a different file, and it should exist here. So we'll go back to this file, go to our pattern overlay, and there it is, ready to be used. All right, that's it. I think that was better than a 3. Let's see what I really should have rolled. 11. Yeah, see? That's what it should have been. I didn't, though. I rolled a 3. So that's it. See you next time. Bye. I'm still here. I haven't left yet. Usually when you end a video, you do a long take at the end where you're just completely quiet. And that's so any microphones and that sort of thing can sort of collect that silence. And then if you need to edit something that fades out, you're not talking over it. That's why I was sitting there silently. Okay, now I'm really done.